Hi, welcome to WPI's online graduate application process. Before starting your application, there are a few pieces of information that you should make certain are ready and up to date. To determine which documents you'll need for your application, please visit the application page at https://www.wpi.edu/academics/online/admissions. Scroll down a bit and select your program from the drop-down list. Choosing the program that you're interested in will populate the list of application requirements for that specific program. It is a very good idea to bookmark this page for future reference during your application process. This is especially important because the form for your plan of study is found here. Students are required to keep an approved plan of study on file, and that document is a great tool to keep updated for use during registration each semester, serving as a guide throughout your program. Your student success team member will be able to assist you with choosing the courses that you should list. Just below the list of documents in the words How to Apply is a link to enter the graduate admissions application. Please note that if you're applying for an on-campus program or the Foisey School of Business, to visit https://www.wpi.edu/admissions/graduate for further information, including a link to helpful information for international applicants who plan to attend classes on campus. The first step is to request your unofficial transcripts from your previous schools. In this process, students will be able to upload unofficial transcripts directly into the application form. Please be aware that all unofficial transcripts must be in English and uploaded as clear, sharp images that are right side up. The faculty review hundreds of applications for every program. If your transcript is not readable, is not translated into English, or is upside down, your application may be rejected without further consideration. Most graduate programs at WPI require a statement of purpose as part of the application process, which may be uploaded or copy-pasted into the appropriate area of the application. This statement should be a short essay of 3 to 5 paragraphs in length, and it is a student's opportunity to highlight their unique capabilities. Make sure that you include any additional training or skills that you may have completed, which may not be listed on your transcripts if you feel it would strengthen your application. This may include an explanation of thesis work completed or other formal training such as capstone project. The statement of purpose should be one page, single-spaced, and include the following. What brings you to this point? Where do you want to go with your career? How do you feel the program to which you're applying will help you to achieve your goals? What will you bring to the WPI community, classroom experience, etc.? You should also have an updated resume on hand. This is not required for all applications. However, some programs prefer to see that the students have some real-world experience to boost their ability to succeed. A resume is required for all systems engineering applications. It is also helpful to make a list of who you plan to request letters of recommendation from and have their current contact information handy. Most of the graduate programs at WPI require 3 letters of recommendation. We encourage students to request at least 2 letters from former faculty if possible. If that is not possible, please try to have at least 2 letters from supervisors or people who have led projects that you've worked on, who can speak to your abilities and your likelihood of success in a graduate program. It is a good idea to get in touch with the people that you request letters from ahead of time, so that they will expect to receive the request and don't think that it is junk mail. Please also ask them to submit the letter through the system. They should not mail a hard copy. You will need to collect their name, organization, title, relationship, email, and phone number. The people that are writing the letter should also save a copy of your letter, in case you decide to pursue a second degree or change your major. The letters of recommendation are the one set of documents that will not follow you through the system. There will be opportunities for you to upload all your documents within the application. Please be aware that anytime you hit continue, the system will automatically save the application. Once your submission is complete, you do have access to log back in, select your submitted application, and do the following tasks. View documents that you have uploaded, upload further documents, view a list of any required documents that WPI has not received, resend requests or reminders for letters of recommendation, change your email address or password, and edit your mailing address. Now that you're prepared, let's get started. Open a web browser and go to https:// https://gradapp.wpi.edu/apply/. To begin your graduate application, you will need to start by creating an account as a first-time user, using the link marked Create an Account on the right-hand side of the page. Once your account is created, you may start your application. Make certain that you choose information that you will remember, because you will be able to save the application and sign back in at any point. The next page is where you need to enter your personal information. We ask that you use an email address that you check frequently. Your birth date is required so that we can match up any previous records and is a safeguard in case you forget your password and need to reset it. You may be asked for some of this information on another screen within the process, and we ask that you try to be consistent with items such as email address. Once that information is filled in, click Continue at the bottom of the screen. If you already have WPI computer accounts, please be aware that you will still need to create a separate username and password for this process, because the graduate application portal is not connected to WPI computer accounts. An email from WPI graduate programs with a temporary PIN will be sent to the email address that you enter on this page. You will need to retrieve that temporary PIN, as the site will prompt you to use that to set a password. Now, select Start New Application. You will need to fill in a bit more of your personal background information on this page, such as your address, phone number, and citizenship. Some people may want to print this page for future reference. The next screen is used to identify how you will be participating in a WPI program. If you will be a part of a corporate cohort, please choose I am participating in a program that is run for my company by WPI. Please note that all corporate students are considered to be part-time. Answer the questions below and then click on the Continue button. For students who are participating in a corporate cohort, you'll be directed to a page where you will select your employer and then choose the correct program that is being offered at your location from the drop-down menu. Next, you will add in your statement of purpose, followed by a few questions about your employment. Then, upload your resume, add in your social security or ITIN number, and hit Continue. WPI is required to request a social security or ITIN number from all students by federal regulations. If you have any questions about this step, please contact your WPI Student Success Team member. Next, we have your academic history. This is where you will enter the information about any previous schools that you have attended. Please make certain that you enter information about your bachelor's degree first, before adding any graduate work you may have completed. Don't worry if there are multiple schools. The system allows that. Just click on Add Institution again after you hit Save. Next, you will upload your unofficial transcripts using the links provided, and then hit Save. Once all of your unofficial transcripts are uploaded, hit Continue to move on to adding any required test scores. Please be aware that if no test scores are required, you will simply be directed past this step. If your program does require test scores, or if you choose to submit GRE scores to strengthen your application, please contact ETS and have them release your scores to us. WPI will only accept official scores from ETS, and the institutional code to use is 3969. Click Continue. Please take a moment to read this next page regarding letters of recommendation carefully. It is important for you to be aware that once you have sent the forms to your recommenders, you will not be able to change your decision about whether or not to waive your right to view the letters. However, you will be able to go back in and resend requests for letters, or add additional requests if you do not receive your letters and would like to send another request. This is especially important if someone lets you know that they did not receive the request, or if there was an error in their email address. You will need to fill out the separate form for each person that you are asking to write a letter of recommendation, and hit Send to Recommender after each one, and remember to hit Continue after you are through. 3 letters of recommendation are required for all graduate degree applications. For most graduate certificates, the letters are not required. They are required for a graduate certificate in fire protection engineering. They're optional for other graduate certificate programs. If you do not enter 3 letters of recommendation for a program that requires this step, you will not be able to submit your application until you do so. Now we come to the final piece of your application. Type your name into the box provided, and this will serve in place of a physical signature, and hit Confirm. This will take you to the review page and show any errors that your system may have found in your application. Errors will show in red and link you back to the section where the error was found. Once all errors have been cleared, you can hit Submit on your application. Please be aware that once you hit Submit Application on this page, you will not be able to make any changes to your application. If you do not hit Submit, it will not flow into the system. So if you need to double check anything, hit Save for later and come back another time to fill in any additional information.